So I realized when I was setting up to do this video review that I needed to have a couple of things done outside. For one, I needed that bright thing up in the sky in order to make a lot of this stuff work. But that's only part of the equation. So take a look at this review and I'll go into some of the details. Hey, it's HighTechDad, and today we're taking a look at the GENEVERSE Power Your Home HomePower ONE. And what this is it's a backup battery solution that is powered by solar, or you can plug it into your car, or you can plug it into the wall. And basically, this package will allow you to have a ton of reserve power. If the power goes off, if you go camping, if you go out on the road and you want to plug a bunch of things in. But that's what this is. Obviously, it's not in the box. The box is pretty light right now, but this is the main battery itself. So it's pretty heavy, not something that you're gonna like throw in a backpack or anything like that. But for home emergencies, if you have a blackout, I'm gonna wanna have this thing by my side or close by to be able to plug in a refrigerator or plug in some other type of emergency appliance, or charge my phone or charge my computer or whatever it is. I'm even thinking about putting it in the backyard to be able to power a bunch of things that I don't have an extension cord to. So anyway, let's take a look at what this is, how powerful it is, how it all sets up, how it charges, and I'll go into some more details, so stay tuned. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit here because I haven't memorized all the specs. But let's go through this GENEVERSE HomePower ONE and some of the specifications about it. So it's got an AC adapter, it's got a car charging cable, accessory bag, so I can show you what's in that. It basically has the car charging cable, all comes in a nice sort of neoprene case. It's got the wall charger, that sort of thing. So it's got a capacity of 1,002 watt hours. That's a lot of watt hours. It's gonna be able to power smaller appliances or smaller things for several hours, days, what have you. Even like a refrigerator that pulls a lot of juice, you could probably keep it going for a few hours, even a day, depending on how efficient your refrigerator is. It's lithium ion. It's rated to about 500 cycles. So you can keep charging it 500 times. Supposedly it has like a shelf life of, once it's charged, of up to a year. So you could charge it all up, put it away in your closet, and then have pretty much all the charge in there. It's got a few input ports. So it's got the sort of the direct charge from the wall. And then it's got another input, which I'm going to talk about here. This is basically hooked up to these two solar panels. So each of the solar panels comes with this little adapter. So it allows you to plug in two of them. And then this plugs directly into the HomePower ONE. So very easy to do. There are little cases on the back of each solar panel where you can store this. So you just plug it in like that. And I'm gonna plug it right into the front here. And as soon as I do that, there's a little bit of shade right here, but it is somewhat facing the sun. It'll start telling me what the wattage is coming in. Right now I'm averaging about 80 watts. It does have a peak of 120 watts, and that's why they provide you with two solar panels. So if you just had one, it may get up to 100 or so. That's what the output is rated at. So you really need two of them to be able to get to that 120 watt, and it's capped at that amount there. All right, so I'm losing a bit of sun here, about to go behind a tree, but I'm at about 91 watts going in. It also, on this LED, shows the output. So whatever you plug in, it's gonna show how many watts is pulling out. So it does come with 3 AC plugs here. And it also comes with 2 USB-Cs and then 2 USB type A's on the front here, as well as a 12 volt out So it's sort of that cigarette adapter for the car type of thing. So this is a 12 volt. The USB-Cs, and I'm cheating again, they're rated as their PD, so power delivery, 18 watts out, and then it varies depending on what you have plugged in. The USB-A is 5 volt, and there is a quick charge. You can see probably not from way over there, a quick charge to allow you to charge your cell phones, smartphones, tablets a little bit faster. So it weighs about 23 pounds, a little bit more. You could probably curl it and build up your biceps. And its operating temperature is between 32 degrees and 104 degrees. That's all Fahrenheit. So, like I said, you can charge this thing up from the sun, from plugging it into a wall, or plugging it into a car. So let's take a look at the solar panels really quick, and I can show you a neat little feature about the solar panels where you don't even need this battery backup to charge your smartphones or tablets. So the package, like I said, comes with 2 of these solar panels and the battery itself. Solar panels are pretty nifty. They have a handle that you can carry it with. They are magnetically attached, which is kind of nice. And then they have these Velcro straps, and this is probably the hardest thing about using the whole thing, is having the straps stay down as you fold it open to basically prop it to the angle. That's probably the hardest thing that I've found on this thing. Now, as I was talking about earlier, there is a case on the back. It's built into it, and this is where the connection is made. It's just a cord coming out of here, and this is permanently attached. But also inside is this little hub right here, and at the top it has 2 USB ports, a USB-C and a USB-A. So you can actually plug in your smartphone charger into this, a cable, into either one, connect it to your phone, open the panel up, and charge your phone when you're out in the sun. So I found that to be a really great feature of the GENEVERSE Home One. So let's take a look at how the battery works. I'll probably take it inside and do some quick tests, and then that's about it. Let's get a little close-up of what you have on the HomePower ONE by GENEVERSE in terms of the various input and output ports. So for starters, you have this great display here that gives you a status of all the various things coming in and going out, and the battery capacity. So input, like I said, this could be from the solar panels, this could be from a car charger, this could be from the wall. And this does shut off after a few seconds so that it preserves the battery. So right now we're at about 98%, so pretty full. And then we have various other output ports. We have DC and AC. So let's take a look at the AC. So these are, and I'm cheating, I have some specs offline here. To activate the ports, you push a button, it lights up. So these 3 ports are now active. These are 110 volts, and it's got a continuous power of about 1,000 watts. And I'm going to show you what that means when I plug in a pretty high-powered vacuum and turn it on. Doesn't always work on all these chargers. It's got surge power of up to 2,000 watts. And it also is a pure sine wave regulated voltage going throughout it. So then we can turn that off. When I turned it on, some fans did turn on the side, and it is vented on the side. So when you're using a high powered item and it's pulling a lot of power, these fans will go on in order to protect the internal circuitry and keep the batteries themselves inside cool. So then on the other side here, we have DC. So you can do the same thing, clicking that to turn it on. This is a car outlet at 12 volts, 10 amps, USB-C, 2 of those ports, and those are 18 watt max on these particular ones. And then you have 2 USB-As. So There's a quick charge 3.0 version, and then just a regular 5 volt, not as quick of a charge. So those are pretty much the ports on there. There's the input, as I talked about, for the solar and for the wall there. So let's actually test this thing out and see how well it does with a pretty hefty vacuum. So I have a pretty old Dyson vacuum cleaner. I don't know what the power it draws. I just know that it does draw a lot because it is pretty powerful. I have it plugged in. I have the AC on. Right now it's not pulling any kind of or outputting any kind of watts other than 2 watts. Not sure what that is. But here, I'm going to turn it on. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it and see the screen. So it's pulling right now about 920 watts from the battery. It's fully just plugged in on this. The rotors are not going on the vacuum, so we'll see if it can handle that. But basically, when I tilt the vacuum, now it's pulling as much as it can. It's got the rotors going, and it's peaking out at almost 1,000 watts. But I'm still powering this whole thing just from the GENEVERSE. So that's pretty impressive. It's only dropped a percentage point since turning it on. My wife's gonna be happy because I'm gonna be able to vacuum this room, and powered all by the GENEVERSE. So there you have it. That's the GENEVERSE HomePower ONE, which consists of, in the package, 2 solar panels and this hefty battery. The battery itself, and I'm cheating, once again has 6 protection modules to make sure that the battery stays protected. It's got overcharge protection, short circuit protection, over discharge protection, over current protection, short voltage protection, and temperature control. So this thing's made to like really throw a lot of power against it, or power needs towards it. You could take it and hook up some lower powered like power saws and things like that. If you're out in the woods and you need to like build a cabin or something like that, you could charge it up during the day, work at night, whatever it is. But the GENEVERSE seems to be like one of these really necessary types of devices you want to have around the home for emergencies and that sort of thing. So anyway, I have written more about this on my blog at HighTechDad.com. And if you have any questions, you can always ask me on Twitter, and I'm at HighTechDad. Take a look at my Facebook page at facebook.com/HTDblog. Be sure to leave a comment or a question below, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. And be sure to hit the subscribe button. I do publish product reviews from time to time. Give this a like if you liked it, if you found it helpful. And do stay tuned for more reviews coming your way via my channel on HighTechDad.com.